Hi, my name is Christina and I live in Norway. In this video, I'm taking you traveling with me, so I will teach you how to Bergen. So come along with me and let me show you where to go and what to see to have the most epic, best, amazing, awesome trip ever. Hello and welcome to the sunny Bergen.
Whee! And wait for it in 30 seconds.
First thing you need to know if you're coming to Norway is to pack a raincoat and a thicker jacket than what you think you need, because the weather is unpredictable and Norway is colder than most places. Trust me on this one. Bergen is famous for its surrounding fjords, but also for how often it rains, 300 days a year to be more exact. If you're going to be on a fjord ride, please know it gets very cold and windy on the boat, so get a good jacket. Better so, get 2 jackets. On this trip, I'm accompanied by my friend Stacy. So, in the next 4 to 5 days, we have so many adventures planned, but for the first day, with the rainy weather, we keep it chill, explore the city, and have dinner at one of the oldest restaurants right in the famous buildings of Bergen, the most popular part of the city, and we were lucky enough to stay in a hotel right behind the famous UNESCO World Heritage buildings. Obviously, there are so many things that you can see in Bergen that we didn't have time to get to, so we chose to do the things that we resonated with most, which were nature, art, and a little sightseeing. Check the weather for the days ahead and plan inside city tourism activities like city center, museums, shopping on the rainy days. And then on those sunny days, book your fjord cruises, hiking, and surrounding nature activities. The epic nature of Norway is much more enjoyable when it's not pouring rain. However, you can still enjoy a city if it's raining. We were lucky to see that on the next few days we were gonna be there, the weather was going to be mostly sunny with just a little rain here and there. So for our second day, we headed out to explore Bergen, and I have to say the city did not disappoint. Then we got tickets for the Code Museum, and with only one ticket, you have access to all 4 museums. My favorite was the Rasmus Meyer, as it featured an impressive Norwegian art collection. And I discovered the works of Johan Christian Dahl, who is now one of my favorite painters. I was in awe admiring all this beautiful Scandinavian art. We then embarked on the famous hike to the little Mount Flåm. You can also take the Flåmbanen to the top, but we decided to leave that for another day as the weather was just lovely for a hike in nature. The panoramic views of the city and its surrounding fjords from the top were just spectacular. Just an epic landscape of city meets the sea. It's time for the best part of the adventure to begin. Today, I'm doing the very epic and famous 13 kilometers hike between Mount Flåm and Mount Ulriken. Important tip, if you want to embark on this 5 to 7 hours hike, you should do it when it's good weather, as the terrain is quite slippery and it can become quite dangerous if wet. So this looks a little tricky. How do I get down there? You should make sure that you have appropriate mountain terrain shoes, good layered clothing, a rain poncho just in case, plenty of water, and some good consistent food for energy. The hike has a medium level, I would say, but since there's no cell phone signal, you need to be prepared and make sure to be careful where you step not to hurt yourself. This for me was a great Norway experience. I started hiking through the woods along gorgeous lakes, beautiful views of the fjords, and as you go higher in altitude and leave the trees behind you, you encounter open fields and spectacular landscapes. It is so beautiful here. Okay, so I have to say, in the beginning of this hike, I was super nervous. But now, being surrounded by all of this beautiful nature, I just cannot help but being in awe and living in the present moment. It's... yeah. The hike ends at the famous Mount Ulriken viewpoint, where I sat down and watched the sunset as I was having some long-awaited delicious donuts.
This is amazing. Yeah. Well, I made it. Sun is still up. I still have a little bit of sunlight left. Look at all of that beauty there. That's the fjord. That's the Bergen fjord.
The cool thing is that from this viewpoint, you have some stairs that take you down to the city, where there's a bus that you can take back to the city center. That was one of the best experiences I had so far in Bergen. For today we are doing the famous Norway in a Nutshell tour, a self-traveling trip that included several trains, bus and cruise tickets with instructions, and we were not prepared for how epic this would be and how much we would enjoy it. We took the train from Bergen to Voss, the views were spectacular, and then we got on the well-known Flåmsbana. Honestly, Flåmsbana feels a little overrated as the train goes through a lot of caves, but when we were not going through the insides of a mountain, the views were beautiful. And I have to say, Flåm looks like a fairy tale magical place. From Flåm, we boarded a cruise to Gudvangen, and yes, being on that ship traveling the UNESCO World Heritage Nærøyfjord in Norway between the majestic mountains was one of the best experiences of my life. I don't know what it is about traveling that makes my soul so happy. In Gudvangen, we had a small stop, rested, had some food.
Not bad sitting and eating with that view. Like basically, everywhere you look, it's just spectacular. Like behind me, majestic mountains.
And then we took the bus back to Voss with, again, epic views, stopped in Stalheimskleiva. Seriously, it was a never-ending trip of epicness. I couldn't even remember to hold the camera still as I was so amazed by this place. And at the end of this amazing travel day, we took the train back to Bergen. For our last day, because we couldn't get enough of the epic Norwegian nature and majestic views of the fjords, we took the famous Fløibanen to the top of Mount Fløyen and went again on a mountain hike. It was a perfect sunny day and was the best ending to a beautiful trip. Even though I live in Oslo, which is a pretty city, if you come for the first time to Norway, I would highly recommend that you start with Ålesund or Bergen. Norway is famous for its epic fjords and breathtaking nature, and in my opinion, the nature landscapes around Geiranger or Nærøyfjord are some of the most beautiful places on this planet. Go check out my travel vlog to Ålesund and Geiranger, definitely one of the most beautiful places. If you want to see more videos about traveling and living in Norway, subscribe, more videos coming soon, and if you want to support me, make sure you like this video and leave me a comment and tell me what you think. Like always, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video.